on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many mil.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, what a move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here goes Hunt. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
93.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it with Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2 yards on the pickup.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Lady.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught by Herndon. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Eluded, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cleveland Farrell able to record his 5th sack of the season. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception. The first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. it's Corral. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57. White Monday down. Defense focus. Check it backer, check it backer. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
That's on the Raiders' big money man, the free agent tackle Trent Brown. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Ryan Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He was looking for a new one there. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll try and pinch it in with Corral. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the lane. Switch.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Yeah, he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone, and now it'll be 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He hits Herndon over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. That's his 39 catches. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check 26. Check 26. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
57's the mic. Get him. Get him. Get him. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch that.
Shotgun now for Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. And Dawson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. A final shot before the break. Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Let's go, fellas.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
54 Mike.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point try now for Dawson. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Next to score, Raiders 17, Jets 3.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold, a screen to Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now, this Raiders and Jets contest is a part of the NFL 100 series. And a little history lesson: back in November of 1968, there was a game between these two teams where the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns in the final minute to win. And actually, coverage was broken away from that game on the East Coast to show the movie Heidi. So a lot of the Jets fans missed the Raiders' comeback. Can imagine some saddened faces when they took the rubber bands off their newspapers the next morning on the East Coast. But don't worry, folks, we will not be interrupting this broadcast to show the movie Heidi.
3rd and 10.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Back to throw, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shit.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st down, Raiders.
Right down. 185. Blue Dan. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
On 1st down, Carr. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side. Williams loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
Vontez Burfict on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get out the field, defense.
Again, it's Bell. Darryl Worley up to make the tackle.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there. Yeah. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 52.
They'll try the right side with Corral. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on third down. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Darnold. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On third down, here's Bell. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 45 on second down. Carr, he sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Bell. And an alley to run. 34 yards there and a first down. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Mike's back forward. I got you. I got you.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, Jacobs. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
29. 29. Small. That's it. 54.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Raiders. 51 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's second and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. It's first.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Carr going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Third down here.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third and 8. From the gun, Carr, throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to